The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him make an eye like down in the green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I another part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Do I Rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadema we groma be tela exact beer tana istalina ba shante kadema we groma be tela. This is the Blakk pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. In every African traditional home, there is a Blakk pot, and each time this Blakk pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and also flavors gather. Subjected to some good amount of heating, they produce sumptuous food for the nutrition of the whole family and beyond. The family gathers in all harmony around this wonderful cooking. This is what we do here. We bring so many different ideas together. We pick up the best and we use that to develop our nation, fight the problems of our continent, and so on and so forth, so we can move forward as a people. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize on just one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk pot. Today we have 3 very important issues to share with you. In the next half an hour, we'll be done. But remember to take our number rolling on the screen. Yes, and call us. Do business with us. Yes, do business with us. Every business thrives on business. You understand that? And of course, click on the like button. Share the broadcast so many other people can see this. Remember, we are live on social media. Yes, on Facebook and also live on YouTube. Send your comments coming in. We shall read them before the end of the show. Come here. Well, my name, Blakk Rasta, and I'm most excited to be with you. Number 1, run it by you, the first story. Mcdan in trouble over $3 million debt. Hey, who is Mcdan? You know him, right? That's Mcdan. He's a business magnate, a business mogul. This man started life a very hard way, and all of a sudden he's risen to the top, using all sorts of means, most of them political. My brother, my sister, they call him Dr. Macaulay. He's written a book about the eagle. He believes that he's an eagle. He comes from the eagle clan. He has so many different businesses. And once in a while, he goes around Ghana inspiring the youth and asking them to do more for themselves. His name is Mcdan. He's been involved in some political furore time and again in the past and even now. There was a demolition of the trade fair, and one Raymond Archer, whose party is now in power, threatened that should Mcdan's NPP party get out of power, he will sweat it out. And truly, his party is out of power. The NPP, that is, if it is his party at all. And all of a sudden, action has started. My brother, it is sad that we have to wait until our political parties come into power before we get justice. And I've said this time and again, We've heard many people say, wait until my party comes into power, or wait until this party gets out of power. That means we are living in an animal farm. If your brother is not in power, nothing goes on for you. You are a non-entity. Is this a democracy or a democracy? We have talked against this time and again, and we shall continue talking until things change. My brother, my sister, this man here called Mcdan is somebody I've interacted with twice or thrice. We have spoken time and again. And before I came into the studios, I contacted him and he gave me some answers. Some controversies, the Adar Song Assault, many people's jobs have been thrown out of their hands. They are suffering. They've been fighting him. Only last month, we heard there were shootings right there at Adar Song Assault, all because of the salt that has been given to Mcdan by this party in power. My brother, my sister, his concession is called the Electrochem. Can we call it a concession? He owns the whole of the place for a number of years, renewable. He told me in a conversation that should this party leave power and another president comes into power and they attempt to take Electrochem from his hands, he is going to ask for judgment debt, and he's sure that he will win it. So we have to look at some of these things and be careful what we do with our nation. One dirty president comes, he signs a dirty contract and is binding on us, even if he's dead 1 million years and gone. If you try to touch this contract, judgment debt. Today, Ghana is paying judgment debts all over the place. There was a crook called Wyoming. His party is back in power. This crook, in fact, made Ghana lose a lot of money. He went into oblivion, being protected by other thieves in his hometown. In Ghana, it's all about our hometown and where we come from, our ethnicities and all that. My brother, my sister, Mcdan is being protected by people who believe that he is their clansman. In Ghana, we don't care which thief it is. As long as he belongs to our clan, he is our thief. And therefore, we respect him and we love him. We don't look at the bigger picture called Ghana. We look at small factions, small cliques. It's all about factionism and cliquism. This is Mcdan. He has made the people of Adar very, very sad because of the Songo issue. But whatever it is, it looks like the chickens are coming home to roost. Today, even his own party in power has decided to clamp down on him. And the news is all over the newsreel. First, Ghana Web published it. And what did Ghana Web say? Quickly, Ghana Web says Mcdan's aviation private jet terminal shut down over $3 million debt. Run it, my youth. Management of Ghana Airport Company Limited, GACL, has locked up the Mcdan aviation private terminal, jet terminal, popularly known as Terminal 1. Now, the move follows the company's failure to pay over $3 million American in debt owed to GACL. That's the Ghana Airport Company Limited. A news team visited the facility and observed that 2 police officers had been stationed at the entrance to prevent access. Speaking to GH1 and Star News, the chairman of the Ghana Airport Company Divisional Union of the Public Services Workers Union of TUC, Alhaji Abdul Isaka Bemba, stated that the payment of the outstanding debt is long overdue. Run it, my youth. Mr. Bemba expressed the union's support for management's action, warning that any other partners owing the company would face similar consequences. And this Mcdan's private jets is a beautiful edifice. Just yesterday, I was around there when I landed from Wa. My brother, my sister, beautiful edifice. But the big question is, why did this party in power wait until they are only about 8 days out of power to bring this into action? How are we going to retrieve the $3 million American debt? But interestingly, My Joy Online also published it, right? They also published it. And many other news outlets published that. Mcdan, my brother, my sister, is in trouble. This is City Newsroom also reporting the same thing. GACL shuts down Mcdan Aviation private jets terminal. Over 3 million debt. Run it, my youth. Watch this. Now, the management of the Airports Company Limited has shut down the Mcdan Aviation private jet terminal due to an outstanding debt on over 3 million American dollars. The debt, which includes land leases, rentals, and terminal charges accumulated over a period, was not cleared despite being given until Christmas to settle the amount. Listen, until Christmas, and Christmas is over. This marks the second time Mcdan Aviation has faced such a shutdown. In February 2022, GACL indefinitely barred Mcdan Aviation from operating its private jet services at Terminal 1 of Kotoka International Airport following operational breaches. This move came after Mcdan launched its private jet services at the airport despite not meeting the required terms and conditions set by the airport authorities. Woo! In a letter dated January 31, 2022, GACL ordered Mcdan Aviation to cease operations at Terminal 1, citing the company's failure to comply with prior directives. Now, the letter signed by Yao Kwakwa, managing director of GACL, noted that Mcdan Aviation had not adhered to the terms for using the terminal as a private jet facility, and as a result, its use was suspended until further notice. Now, the letter was also copied to several high-ranking officials, including the Secretary to the President, the Secretary to the Vice President, the Minister of Transport, and the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA. Mcdan Aviation was also instructed to hand over the keys to the terminal for a joint inventory by the close of business on January 31, 2022. That's 2 years ago. And it looks like things are going to be repeated. Mcdan Aviation launched its private jet terminal and services on January 28, 2022. Did you hear that? It launched its terminal and services, private jet terminal and services on January 28, 2022. But the event was boycotted by key figures in the aviation sector, including the Minister of Transport, Kweku Ofori-Esiama, and officials from the Ghana Airports Company Limited, who raised concerns about the company's operations. Despite the previous shutdown and ongoing issues with Mcdan Aviation operations, the company's failure to settle its debt has led to the latest closure of the private jet terminal. Flip back, go one page back. So he launched it on January 28, 2022. But look at this. On the 31st, 3 days later, after it was launched, Mcdan Aviation was also instructed to hand over the keys 3 days after launching. The airport authorities came over to him and said, hey, the kind of business you said you are going to do here, we doubt it. Can you return the keys? He launched it on the 28th, according to this write-up. 28th January 2022, by 31st, he was already asked to clear off and bring the keys. But he's very powerful when it comes to politics. A lot of politicians know him and he knows them as well because he's a businessman. Dash it away. So with all these things happening, I sent a message to the oral team, Malik Basintali. I also got in contact with Mustafa Bandi, who is a deputy when it comes to some of these things, and some other people to give me information. Malik Basintali told me that he was still looking at the issue, but it is true that it's been shut down. No response from Mustafa Bandi. When I got in contact with Mcdan, he told me there was a press release ready to go out. He gave me an exclusive. This is the press review release. And what does it say? When you read it, it's very simple. Mcdan says it's true. He owes money, but he's been paying some of the money, and it's sad that the airport authorities say that he owes how much? 3 million American dollars. He said it's not true. He's been paying, but he doesn't owe this amount of money. the press statement failed to tell us how much he actually owes. And this is December 30, today, 2024. Mcdan Aviation expresses its disappointment regarding the recent decision by the Ghana Airport Company Limited to deny access to our terminal, particularly given that the issues leading to this action have been under active discussion. We acknowledge our financial responsibilities concerning the use and operation of the fixed base operator, FBO, at the terminal, for which we have made significant payments previously. Last week, we made an additional payment with a plan to continue payments from January 2025. It is pertinent to note, however, that Mcdan Aviation does not owe GACL $3 million American dollars on the terminal, as erroneously reported. Additionally, we are currently involved in a legal dispute concerning a parcel of land acquired from GACL on the Spintex Road. Dash it away. So this is what Mcdan is saying. There's a piece of land that the GACL gave to us, the Ghana Airports Authority gave to us. And looking at this, there's even a big fight over it. A third party has come in to say it does not belong to the GACL. For that matter, we don't see why these people should come and shut down Mcdan's aviation private jet. Come here. Now, Mcdan also has this to say. What is Mcdan saying? He's saying that he's been making payments. And there's an agreement that the next batch of payments will come in January 2025. So why should they come in December 2024 and close down the place? What is the truth? This is not the first time Mcdan Aviation has been shut down. Even the Minister of Transportation, my brother, my sister, boycotted the event because he said what Mcdan was going to do at the private jet there was very shady. He couldn't understand what it was. And for that matter, boycotted it. From the write-up we saw. So what kind of business is Mcdan doing? Every now and then, we have one company being shut down. Authorities, key figures have refused. In fact, they have boycotted the event, the launch of private jets, because they think it's shrouded in shadiness. What kind of business is it? Is Mcdan shipping some things that we cannot say on air? What is the problem? Is he involved in some other business that is that illegal? Why did the government not shut it down if there was a doubt over what business Mcdan was doing? It had to take the minister to step back and say no. The minister whose own government gave Mcdan the chance to come and do this so-called shady business. I don't understand. Government says, you have the license, go and do the business. Minister says, no, government hasn't done a good job. This guy is involved in some shady business. I will not be part of it. And he boycotted it. I applaud that minister. Hey, your principle should be your principle. That is why Baumia can never be sympathized with. He's a joker. He sat down and took all the rot and came back later to tell us he was only a mate. He had been silent. Such a joker. Get out of here. Cowards like Baumia should never ever head this country. They have to go for baptism, rebaptism to the umpteenth time before all the debt can be cleaned from them. No amount of water can ever cleanse them of that kind of cowardice. This minister did his best. He sent them away. He refused to go for the inauguration. So the big question is, how much does Mcdan owe? Mcdan is not ready to say how much he owes. This is not good for business. A businessman who sees himself as larger than life. He has it all the influence, all the power. He has the whole of Adan Songo Salt, multi-billion concession. He has the airport to himself. The trade fair, he went in and did whatever he did. One man. Is he that powerful? Or is he running out of luck? What truly is the issue? The people of Adam, what are they saying about the Song of Salt? Now that this issue is out, well, we shall follow up and we'll tell you more. Mcdan said he will be giving me a call and he will tell me more about this. But this press statement he gave to me personally, and I brought it out so you can feel it probably for the first time. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Akufo-Addo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we'll be reading your messages and we also have some more. Hey! Why? Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Akufo-Addo.
It's a Blakk Pot, aka Akufo-Addo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Next story. Watch this. Deputy IGP tried to sabotage DAMPARE. Who is this deputy? My brother, there have been concerns that this man was planted by the party in power to frustrate DAMPARE and to be an eye over his shenanigans, because DAMPARE was seen to be in bed with the NDC. So this man, who is a full-blooded NPP, according to pundits, was planted so that he would be able to keep an eye on the shenanigans of DAMPARE, who is the IGP. He complained that DAMPARE had a camera or cameras in this man's office and some other office where he would be able to monitor everything that this man and some other people did whilst in office. The people who came to see him, what they discussed, and so on and so forth. I don't see anything wrong with that. He's the IGP. Whatever happens in the office, he needs to be at speed with that. But this man here was complaining. My brother, my sister, he was looking forward, according to his critics, to have DAMPARE removed so that he would take over the seat of the IGP. But Ghanaians had their eyes open and they were ready to make noise if DAMPARE was removed. Who is this man? The deputy IGP. Now, an issue was taken to court and somebody in uniform said some things very damning about this man. Run it, my youth. Watch this. From Ghana, where it says Deputy IGP Yohuno directed us to disobey orders. Police sergeant claims in court documents. Run it. A sergeant of the Ghana Police Service has claimed in a sworn court document that the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohuno, directed him and 10 other policemen to defy orders of the police administration. Sergeant David Ojayim, in a lawsuit filed at the High Court for an order of judicial review, claimed that his refusal to obey a police signal, that's directive, was at the direct instruction of the Deputy Inspector General of Police. He stated in paragraph 18 of his sworn testimony that since the team enlisted for the assignment was at the direction and instruction of the Deputy IGP, we informed him on October 2, 2024 on the transfer signal Wherefore he directed us not to comply with same. He further instructed us to make entry into the station diary, which we complied. Portions of the suit at the High Court said, Sergeant Ojeyim, a member of the Police Intelligence Directorate, PID, claims in his deposition before the court that he and 11 others were recruited by one ASP Alhaji Jalil Bawa, an officer of the Motor Transport and Traffic Directorate, MTTD, on the instruction of Mr. Yohonu for intelligence gathering that they called Operation D-Day. Wow. Did you hear that? What is the D-Day? Election day. Your guess is as good as mine. They were handpicked, recruited into the police by ASP, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Alhaji Jalil Bawa, on the instruction of the Deputy IGP for intelligence gathering called Operation D-Day. You all remember Operation Cold Chop. You remember Operation Guitar Boy. Those of you who don't know Ghana history. Even though ASP Jalil Bawa of MTTD is not a member of the PID and ought not to have any such authority to instruct, let alone recruit Sergeant Ojeyim and the others, they followed his instructions nonetheless. It was in this course of operationalization that Yohonu Task Force, including setting up a WhatsApp group called Operation D-Day, that he received instructions from the police administration that he had been transferred out of Accra together with several members of the gang. And he calls it the gang. Not the team, the gang. And you know what it is? A gang of thieves, a gang of criminals. At this point, Ojeyim states, since the team enlisted for the assignment was at the direction and the instruction of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, we informed him on October 2, 2024 of the transfer signal, wherefore he directed us not to comply, say, as it was dubious and without any justification. That's it. So the whole police service, it used to be called the police force. We argued that it was not a force. They were not supposed to use force. They were supposed to be a friend to the public. The whole police service under the IGP DAMPARE issued orders. And this man here said, don't do it. Why? Maybe I have the ears of the president and the authorities in power. But the matter went to court. And you know what happened? You know what happened, right? Some news outlets have also put it out with the photo of this man. My brother, my sister. And what are they saying? My brother, my sister, it looks like the court has thrown out the issue. Correct? The court has thrown out the issue against the Deputy IGP. What really is the issue? Now that elections are over, what happens to Operation D-Day? We are still following this issue. And my brother, my sister, if you give power to a man and make his assistants and deputies look down on his orders, then you better not give that man the power. It's a Blakk Pot, aka Akufo-Addo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey! Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushono. Let's look at what you have put out. Let's pick your minds. This is the voice of the people. Sweet Papito says, welcome, Blakk. JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. More fire. And he says, hey, come here. Where you? Don Steven says, heat. Sweet Papito says, like, subscribe, and share as you enjoy. Kojo One Fool says, bless up, family. Samuel Tego says, Blakk. You see how Stone disrespected Shatta? There shouldn't be a single day when Shatta replies to him for the media to say anything. Nabon Pyramid says, when you follow your stomach instead of your head, you move from think tank to septic tank. And that is Baumia. I agree with that. JDGH says, Blakk, I strongly believe you are the only one who can make everlasting peace between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale. Wayo. All right. Samuel Tego says, Blakk is for the truth. Francis Elikem Kojoti says, fire. Abdul Sharif Islam Jamil says, Salamu alaikum, Blakk. Watching you live from Saudi Arabia. More fire. Gideon Azubila says, they say black is dark. But Black Rasta has turned darkness into light. Keep up. We are following you until life is no more. Proud of you, sir. Proud of you as well. Francis Elikem Kojo T says, I salute you, sir. I salute you back. Respect. All right, keep the comments coming. We're going to take the last story and we are done. Next story. Akufo-Addo ridicules himself again. Who is Nana Akufo-Addo? Who is Nana Akufo-Addo? That's him. President of the Republic of Ghana. That's him. This man keeps ridiculing himself every now and then. He decided to organize awards to honor heroes of the country. My brother, and if you look at the heroes, a lot of them are nothing but villains, bootlickers, yes men and women who have not contributed jack to the development of this nation. They are only heroes in the big bald head of this man here called Nana Akufo-Addo. It's a shame. He never stops embarrassing himself. Run the story. Akufo-Addo decorates Baumia with prestigious Order of Star of Ghana. Hey. Order of the Star of Ghana. It's a huge one. Run it. Ghana's outgoing president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, keeps ridiculing himself. This is what happened. He's decorating him. Shamelessly, the two of them are in suit to thank their ancestors in England and the West for bringing them to come and sabotage and finish us. They are not serious people, these guys. The president and his vice. National awards. Look at what they are wearing there. Suit. So you see the unserious people you voted into power. Because Ghanaians think every old man is wise. There you are. Here are your wise men. Suits at a national event. You are honoring Ghanaian heroes. The least you can do is to wear this oversized suit in the heat and decorate with Ghana colors, yet they are in suit. Run the story. Run the story. Let's see what is in the story. All right? Watch it. It says what? Akufo-Addo decorates Baumia with prestigious Order of the Star of Ghana at 2024 National Honors, and it's published today by My Joy Online. Ghana's outgoing Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has been decorated by President Akufo-Addo with Ghana's highest honor, the Order of the Star of Volta Officer Award at the 2024 National Honors held. That's the event held in Accra on Monday. That's today, December 30, 2024, at the Accra International Conference Center. Run it. Dr. Bawumia, the new Patriotic Party's presidential candidate for the just ended 2024 elections, who was defeated by former President John Dramani Mahama of the National Democratic Congress, was acknowledged for his public service in the last 8 years as vice president. Dr. Bawumia's running mate in the 2024 elections, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, was also among those honored at the ceremony, receiving an award for public service in the Order of the Volta Officer Awardee. He was part of many Ghanaians from different sectors, as civil service, military, police, judiciary, education, public health, sports, culture, commerce, and agriculture were all decorated with medals and so on and so forth. How Akumsin was also part of them. I don't know if Cecilia DAMPARE was part of them. But it is sad who we call our heroes in Ghana. Dash it away. Bring the president here. My brother, I am sad. Mr. President, so these people that you awarded, in your opinion, genuinely you believe they are heroes? Are they your stooges or they are your heroes? Posterity will judge you so harshly. In Ghana, we do not know how to say no. We are so much interested in praises, bootlicking, and sycophancy. Maybe the only man in Ghana who ever stood toe to toe with them to tell them no award system should ever nominate me, let alone award me if it is that biased. People have to vote before you get an award. Ghana Music Award. Something music award. That music award. And every musician wants to get an award and be happy. And no, sir, think. You want an award that holds a certain kind of merit and respect. None of the people giving these dirty awards came out to say, Mr. President, Ghanaians have rejected you. This is a referendum on your tenure of office. They have rejected you and Bawumia. You have lost miserably. You don't have the moral right to come and give anybody an award. A rejected guy, a failure. Why do I receive an award from a failure? Why do I receive an award from a rejected, arrogant guy like this? Why? Like Benjamin Zephaniah in England, the poet, who rejected the Order of the British Empire Award. Sometimes we have to stand our grounds and say no. Why should a black man receive an award for the Order of the British Empire? Are you crazy? Do you know what it means to say British Empire? It's colonialism. They came and colonized us, stole from us, took our goodies, had a certain dirty rule called the indirect rule, and robbed us. They killed people in Congo because of robber, cut off their hands by that dangerous, dirty king called Leopold II. Today they come back and say British Empire, and they are giving you award, a colonist award, and you go and accept it. You are mad. You don't know your history. Sam Jonah has gone for that award. So now they call him Sir Sam Jonah, and he's happy. He walks around with his overly big stomach. Ah, Sir. Denta has also gone to take it. And when they write their names, they put at the end the OBE, Order of the British Empire. They are history illiterates. And the biggest history illiterate is this man here, Nana Akufo-Addo. He has no respect for our legacies and heritage. You gather crooks and go and give them award. Then you come and say you have done something good. Meanwhile, at the event, you are wearing this hot, dirty suit, oversized suit, tailored in Afghanistan. Dash now. All those who went to receive an award from a villain, your day is coming. You are all bootlickers. All of you, you have no honor. None of you has honor. How should you receive an award from this guy? Anyway, it's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Shall we look at your final messages? And we are done. All right. So, if you are not able to read your messages, we'll look at them another time. Looks like we have run out of time. We promised to stick to our 30 minutes. It looks like we've gone a little over the 30 minutes. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, where we speak truth to power. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hey! Why? Why-yo!